have something to tell you, and it's really important. Japheth, I'm pregnant.
Honey, that's wonderful news.
We already have 12 kids, and we can hardly afford them as it is. I don't know if we can handle a 13th.
Sweetie, the good Lord has blessed us. He never gives us more than we can handle.
God's testing us. If he's not, then this child will be a demon.
Where's the midwife?
I don't think she's coming.
Well, somebody's got to deliver this baby.
Well, what do you want me to do?
It's coming now. You're going to have to do it.
What?
Deliver this baby! Look at the little baby. What are we gonna name you? Ah!
Everything that you've just witnessed was inspired by true events. The woman that you've just seen was Deborah Leeds, and she was a Quaker woman who lived in the Pine Barrens area of New Jersey in the United States. She was married to a man named Japheth Leeds, and together they had 12 children. But their 13th alleged child is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be speaking about how this child morphed into something that can only be described as something straight out of a person's nightmare. Today we're going to be discussing the birth and the life of the Jersey Devil. Now, the Jersey Devil interests me and other paranormal researchers a great deal because it's a tale that is shrouded in mystery and the impossible. But before we get to that fateful night when the Jersey Devil was born, we must first start at the beginning, and that means that we're going to be traveling back to 18th century New England. The birth of the Jersey Devil happened in woods that are similar to these that you see around me right now. Except those woods were a lot more dense and way more eerie. The original birth and the location of the Jersey Devil happened in the mysterious wooded areas in New Jersey known as the Pine Barrens. The Pine Barrens are located in central to northern New Jersey, being a part of the 1.1 million acre park known as the Pineland National Reserve. This park makes up 22% of New Jersey's land area. Now, the family that we're going to be talking about today was a Quaker family who lived in Atlantic County, New Jersey, near the Pine Barrens. And the family's name was the Leeds family. Now, earlier, the couple that you saw were Deborah and Japheth Leeds. And together, they had a whopping 12 children. Now, in the 1700s, that was an amazing accomplishment in itself. But not only did they have 12, but Deborah had her first child, according to my findings, in 1704, when she was 19 years old. And she had her 12th child in 1726, when she was 41 years old. Now, for those years, from between 1704 to 1726, she had a child every 2 years. Now, it is her alleged 13th child that we're going to be speaking about today that is believed to have morphed into the hellish Jersey Devil that still haunts New Jersey to this day. Now, the story goes that Deborah became pregnant with their 13th child. Now, it is said on that night in 1735, when the Jersey Devil was born, she shouted for her child to be a devil, or for the devil to take this child. And then once the baby was born, originally, it was born a healthy, normal-looking baby boy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Now when the baby was handed to Mother Leeds, she was admiring it and smiling, and then right before her eyes, her baby transformed into something that looked like it crawled out of the pits of hell. Now, of course, she became frightened and she dropped the child in horror. And then the child scurried through the house, up the chimney, and flew away into the night, to where it is still reported to be haunting and terrorizing people that still live in and around the Pine Barrens in New Jersey.
A common description of the creature is that it has a horse-like head with two horns or antlers protruding from its head, and an elongated body that is either covered in hair or scales, depending on who you speak to. It walks upright and has two hooves for feet. It is also said to have hooves for hands as well, but sometimes people claim that it has claws instead of hooves. It also has its signature red eyes that have been seen and documented by most people, and it also has a serpentine-like tail along with two huge bat-like wings sprouting from its back.
Now, one theory on what the Jersey Devil could be is some people say and believe that Deborah Leeds gave birth to a horribly deformed child, and when she realized that it was deformed, she placed it in the woods to die. Because unfortunately, during this time, that's what individuals did when they gave birth to deformed babies. Now, this could be possible that she did give birth to a deformed child and placed it in the woods, but if she did and it did die, then why are people to this day still seeing a creature that matches the description of the picture that you just saw before if the child died? Now, to my knowledge, there is no deformity on record that makes a child or human being have a horse-like head, wings, a tail, and cloven feet. So, if it was in fact a child, why are people still seeing this demonish creature flying through their backyard? Daniel Leeds was born on November 15, 1651. He was a Quaker man and was well respected among his peers and his fellow townspeople. In 1687, he began publishing almanacs, but he added one element that was frowned upon in his Quaker community: astrology. Quakers saw astrology as devil worship and asked Daniel to remove it from his almanacs, but he refused, and he was shunned from his community, but that did not stop him from publishing. In 1716, Daniel Leeds retires and hands his publishing company over to one of his sons, Titan Leeds. And when Titan takes over, he incorporates their family crest into their logo for the business. Now, on this crest, there are three creatures that are called dragons by the Leeds family, but they do have a striking resemblance to the Jersey Devil. Nonetheless, time passes, and in 1720, Daniel Leeds dies at the age of 69. Now, some people think that the Jersey Devil was a horrible lie that was invented to tarnish the Leeds family's name because of Daniel Leeds refusing to remove the astrology from his almanacs. Now, where this could be a possibility, Daniel Leeds died in 1720. The Jersey Devil was not reportedly born until 1735, so why did people wait 15 years to come up with this lie? Or why did it take 15 years for this lie to hit when it was such a small community? Now, others believe that Deborah Leeds gave birth to this monstrosity because she was a servant of the devil, and it's believed that she even had intercourse with the devil, and that's how Jersey Devil was born. But if that was to have happened, it doesn't make sense because of what I'm going to say next, because it's reported or on record that Deborah Leeds contacted a local minister to come and banish the creature from the Pine Barrens. And this happened in 1740. Now when the minister banished the creature, he claimed that the banishment would only last for 100 years and then the creature would come back. That's assuming this creature is immortal or can live longer than a normal lifespan. But according to other eyewitnesses of some very notable and famous people, that banishment did not work, because there were many sightings before 1840 hit. And here are some of the most credible ones.
In the year 1800, Commodore Stephen Decatur was inspecting cannonballs at the Hanover Mill Works, and he claimed to have seen the creature and even fired a cannonball at the creature, hitting it, but it was reported that it had no effect on the creature. In 1804, there was a large amount of livestock mutilations, and the people blamed it on the Jersey Devil, and they eventually formed a posse to hunt down the creature to stop the livestock killings, but there was no body that was ever produced. In 1813, Joseph Bonaparte, brother of Napoleon Bonaparte, was on a hunting trip in the Pine Barrens and claimed to have seen the creature and wrote about it in his personal journal.
Now there are a few specific, very important dates that involve the Jersey Devil mystery. Those dates are January 16th through January 23rd in 1909. This is also referred to as Phenomenal Week. Now what happened during this week is there were hundreds, if not thousands, of sightings of the Jersey Devil. Not only in New Jersey, they also saw it in New York and Pennsylvania. It caused such a state of panic. Schools were closing early, businesses were closing. There was a curfew in some places that was even set to protect people from the monster. Now, if this creature isn't real, like most people want to believe, why was there such a state of uproar and panic in all of these people in the 3 surrounding states? They believed something was out there, and they were scared for their lives, their families, their kids' lives, everything. Everybody was just plain scared. Now what's even more interesting is that the Pennsylvania Zoo issued a $1 million reward for anybody that could capture the creature and bring it to them. I'm assuming they were going to examine it and test it and put it in their zoo as an attraction. Now again, I repeat, if something isn't real, what was scaring all these people? Some of the descriptions, they range anywhere from Jabberwocky, kangaroo horse, cowbird, and prehistoric flying lizard. So these people definitely did see something flying in the skies that they couldn't explain, or that it was something that they have never seen before in their life.
Now some people say that the Jersey Devil is a known animal, and that animal is being mistaken for the horrid creature. Some people believe that the Jersey Devil could be a known species of bat called the Hammerhead Bat. Now the bat does have a striking resemblance to the popular picture of the Jersey Devil, but there is one problem. This bat is native to Africa. Some believe that the bat could have traveled on one of the slave ships coming to America from Africa, which could be possible, but the Hammerhead Bat can only survive in a humid and hot climate. Anything below 52 degrees will stiffen the bat's wing muscles, making it difficult to fly. Also, their diet consists of mostly figs, but they also eat mangoes, bananas, and guavas, which New Jersey is fresh out of. They do not eat meat, which the Jersey Devil is claimed to eat. They also have a wingspan of 27 to 38.2 inches, with their total length being 7.7 to 11.2 inches, making them Africa's largest bat. But this is quite small considering that the tallest report of the Jersey Devil is around 8 feet tall, and the shortest being around 4 feet. When I was researching the Hammerhead Bat, I came across other bats that are a lot larger than the Hammerhead Bat. These bats are referred to as flying foxes because they resemble a fox, and their wingspan can reach up to 6 feet. Some common ones are the great golden crown flying fox and the Malaysian flying fox, but these bats are found primarily in the Philippines and thrive in tropical settings, which New Jersey is not. Another claim about what the creature may be is the great horned owl, which is native to North, South, and Central America and New Jersey. These owls have a wingspan of 3 to 5 feet, reaching a total length of 17 to 25 inches. And they have their signature horn-like feathers coming from their head that is often the explanation for the horns of the Jersey Devil. This is quite small again, but when its wings are outstretched, it does appear to be larger than it really is, and can seem intimidating. They are also nocturnal and they eat small rodents and birds, and anything that they can overpower. These creatures are beautiful and seem spooky, but I do not think that they are able to take down livestock like the reported Jersey Devil. Now the last one we will be looking at will be the pterodactyl, believed to be an extinct dinosaur. I chose to include this animal because of some of the eyewitness descriptions of the creature reminded me of the giant animal. When they were alive, their wingspans could reach up to 35 feet wide, making them the masters of the sky. There have been times when people have thought that an animal was extinct only to find out that they were wrong, and maybe we are dealing with that exact situation in this case. Now we've reviewed everything about the Jersey Devil mystery. We have reviewed his birth, the place he was born, the family, what he could have been, what the story could have been. And in my personal opinion, I do not believe that Mother Leeds gave birth to a deformed child and placed him in the woods to die, and then he somehow survived 200 years plus, still terrorizing people. Now, Daniel Leeds' peers could have made up the story about the Jersey Devil to tarnish his once good name. But at the same time, I don't think that 15 years later they would have made up this lie just out of the blue. But I'm not dismissing it either, because it could have been possible. But at the same time, we cannot dismiss all of the sightings that these people have been seeing in New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. Now, in my research and my studies and readings that I've done, I have not found a cryptid that has had this many sightings in such a short amount of time. It's amazing to me. And the Jersey Devil is one of those cryptids that when you go to New Jersey, it's understood that people believe in it, or they believe in something that is in the Pine Barrens that's going to get people if they come too close. It seems to me that more people in New Jersey believe the Jersey Devil than people don't believe in the Jersey Devil, or believe in something like it. Now, what could the Jersey Devil really be? Could it be a deformed child? It could have been, but it would have been long dead and gone by now. Is it a lie made up to tarnish a family's name? It could be. But if it's a lie, why are people seeing it? Or could it actually be that there is a demon-like, hellish creature living in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey that has a horse-like head, a dragon-like body, hooves, claws, wings, and a tail, that is flying around the skies, plaguing anybody that comes near the Pine Barrens? As of right now, we are not sure. But when you have this many people saying they believe in something that's out in their backyard, that they are too scared to even go into the woods, that means something. And we can't dismiss people's belief in this demon creature living in New Jersey. Hey everybody, thank you for watching another episode of Stories of Lore. If you liked what you saw today, then please comment or like this video and share it because it helps reach more people that way. And also never forget to hit the big red subscribe button below. Also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Those links are in the description below as well. And also remember that if you have a story that you just can't explain or you believe is of paranormal nature, then please contact me by either commenting below or contacting me on Facebook or Twitter. And who knows, your story might be featured in a future episode. And always remember, wait for the next episode.